I believe that this is the single most important video I've made in 2023. These are hard, needed, and learned lessons that change my entire perspective on going forward as a photographer, filmmaker, artist, as someone who wants to build a community through social media on YouTube, on Instagram. And before we continue this video, don't expect some dopamine hits and some fancy edits or whatsoever, because I feel like this is a super important topic to discuss with you, and that's why I don't feel like, I need to put fancy edits in there, fancy B-roll. I just want to have a real, sincere conversation with you to talk about some things that I feel like will be really, really important for you going into the next year. So this video is super important to me, and I believe you will get tons of value out of it. Whenever you start your creative endeavor, there are specific things that speak to you. Usually this is a specific style or a specific topic. And because of this, I always felt the need to label myself, to feel like I'm part of a group, to get more recognition in some field. And because I also felt like it would make me grow faster on social media. When I started with photography, I basically took photos of every single thing that I could. And those times were super fun. But that changed pretty quickly. I got a feeling of what I enjoyed shooting and what came easy to me. And one of the most accessible things to me was taking photos on the streets, so street photography. And quite quickly I started to label myself as a street photographer. Other than that, I also really enjoyed shooting product photos and automotive photos. So I actually was a street photographer, automotive photographer, and a product photographer. At least that's what my Instagram bio said. And over the past almost 5 years of being a photographer and a filmmaker, I changed my Instagram bio like countless times. Like all of a sudden I wanted to become a travel photographer, then I wanted to mainly focus on automotive, then I wanted to do portraits as well. And you know what? I actually want to do way more filmmaking, so let's just skip photography, you know? Every single time I felt the need to label myself into one of these groups and put this in my Instagram bio. Let me know in the comments down below if this is something that you can relate to. So what I've learned after almost 5 years is that this is the single biggest mistake that you could possibly make. Of course, niching down can help you get specific kind of jobs way faster. It could maybe help you grow your Instagram or your YouTube channel way faster, but it puts you into a box that's hard to escape from when you're trapped into it. Let's assume, for example, that you're a portrait photographer, and all of a sudden you want to get into automotive photography. Then there is a big chance that if you've built quite a community on Instagram already with portrait photography, that your current audience is not going to care about your automotive photography, and your engagement is going to drop by a lot. And the same for clients, like when you have a built out portfolio of extremely beautiful portrait photos, and all of a sudden you want to take automotive photos, then whenever you go prospect for automotive photography jobs, then those people usually are not going to take you seriously because you probably don't have nothing to show for it. You don't have an automotive portfolio yet and not a lot of experience. The point I'm trying to make by saying all of this is that you are not a singular person. You are a human being that's interested in multiple things, multiple topics, multiple things that interest you. So stop putting a label on yourself. Stop niching down. Don't fall into the niche trap. You are a niche of you and your own interests and your own unique personalities. A niche no one can replicate if you're being truly yourself. So that's my plan for the ongoing future. And of course, I had to change this in my Instagram bio as well. I changed my Instagram bio to capturing whatever inspires me. And I think that I will keep this for forever. So let me know in the comments down below if this is something that you've struggled with as well. People who say that gear or work tools are not really important are just flat out lying to you. Usually the ones with gear worth over 10k, 20k, or they just have basically everything that you could wish for. Gear definitely isn't everything, but it definitely helps you bring your vision to life. But instead of getting, for example, the best single camera with the best specifications that costs a ton of money, I believe that there are two types of gear purchases that you should make. The first is the most obvious one, and if you want to make a living out of your craft, I believe that this is the first purchase that you have to make and that you have put the most money towards. And this is a workhorse. This is a tool that gets shit done. This is a tool that will make you lots of money. You can rely on it, it's fast, it doesn't fail on you, it has everything that you could wish for. And to me, that's the camera I'm shooting on right now, the Lumix S5 Mark II. If you're interested in seeing a review of this camera, check it out in the review over here. But with these kind of tools, you don't always feel like picking it up. And this could have like several reasons. Like this camera, this whole package is pretty heavy. It's not super easy to take everywhere with you. You basically always have to take a camera bag with you. And for some instances, whenever you see like a cool scenario, a cool scene, for example, you don't always feel like getting your camera out of your camera bag to just get that shot that might not even be worth it. A shot that you're not convinced about whether or not it will be an Instagram banger. And then there's the other tool, the tool that inspires you. The tool that whenever you look at it, you feel like just picking it up, like in my instance, a camera, and to just go out and shoot and take pictures and have fun with it. It doesn't even matter if you take like bangers or if the photos are just average or if they're just like family pictures or pictures with friends, for example. You just want to capture memories, and this is like the thing that you could possibly take everywhere with you. It isn't as heavy as your main workhorse, and it's probably not the fastest, it's probably not the best at anything. The specs are probably lacking, but you're just having so much fun with this tool, with this camera. And because you love using it so much and you basically take it everywhere with you, you even made your best work with this tool, even though it doesn't have the best specs, for example. So that just goes to show that specs are not really that important, obviously, except for when it can help you get your vision alive for your work. To me, this inspirational camera is this old Canon F1 film camera, for example, and the Fuji X100V that I once had and sold, but I really want it back right now. With the rise of TikTok, Instagram Reels, and even YouTube Shorts, trends became really popular to follow. Someone uses a catchy sound, does some type of edit on it, and voila, all of a sudden it's a trendy video that everyone is trying to copy in order to get views and likes and followers. Trends are a good little growth hack to make your social media accounts grow faster, and some are even pretty good at it. They really put their own unique style and perspective into this specific kind of trend, and that's something that I really enjoy watching. However, if your social media presence is solely based on copying and following trends in order to grow followers, then what's the point? Like, what else have you got to show for except for the trends? Like, who are you actually and what is your own unique style and perspective? And a good trending video could help you get like 10,000, 100,000 or 1 million views, but no one will remember your version when they've scrolled like 10 videos further and watch the same video of that same single trend. But this would be entirely different if you've made something truly original, something that's truly you and something that you've put lots of effort into it instead of just randomly following a certain type of trend just in order to get followers. I fell into this trap a lot of the times as well. And if you're seeing like a really good trend and you really enjoy that type of edit and sound, please use it. I will still do it as well, but make this like 10 to 20% of your work or something, and please try to make like a body of work that's truly you. Something that you can be proud of, something that you yourself created. And don't feel like you can be inspired by other creators anymore. I do that as well. And even the greatest and the biggest film directors do that as well. But also just try to get your inspirations from other places than Instagram or Reels. Try to buy like one of these photo magazines, for example, or try to buy like some kind of photo book, or just go out in nature, go travel. I hope that these lessons were as valuable to you as they were for me, because this is something that I really want to take with me going forward in 2024, and I'm going to do my best to try to remember these and not get like too wound up about trying to grow the community on my Instagram, on my YouTube channel, and so on. I just have to make like the best possible work for myself and for you. And that's what it's all about. Thank you for listening to my little rant, and I hope to see you in the next one. And if you've enjoyed watching this video, maybe you'll enjoy one of these two over here as well. Khan out. Peace!